you want to buy some epic grind shoes, you can support the channel by using the link in the description below.
Hey rollerbooters, welcome back. Thank you for being here. So today we are unboxing the brand new IQON AG20 aggressive skate boot. If you're not familiar with IQON, they have a super stacked team including Montre, Livingston, Hornish, Sacha, Lopez, BFree, and many other really talented skaters. And so on their website, on Disroyal, which Disroyal is the same distributor that kind of distributes Mesmer and Gods. And so if we look at their shop, they sell wheels, frames, all kinds of different hard goods. And now they finally have aggressive skates, or not aggressive skates, but both aggressive skates, and we'll get to it in a second, kind of like a fitness skate as well. So looking at the skates here, we have the AG10 boot for $665 US. And these price tags might raise a couple eyebrows. From what I understand, these are just kind of like the Ferraris of rollerblades, right? Best materials, best technology. And so I'm really excited to try these out. But anyway, so this AG10, from what I understand, is full carbon, including the cuff, which I don't think has been done before. So what we're gonna unbox today are the AG20s, which are $442 US, which is basically the plastic little brother counterpart to the AG10, hence its cheaper price tag. And then the TR10, which from what I understand is a full carbon kind of fitness urban boot. You'll notice none of these come with frames. They're all boot only. So you'll have to kind of supply your own frames, wheels, bearings, axles, etc. So if we click on the AG20, we'll take a look real quick. And so we'll go straight to the sizing chart because I think that was probably the biggest, not issue, but that was the biggest concern of mine. And so if we look at their sizing chart on the left-hand side, it says Mondo. If you don't know what Mondo is, that's just your foot length in millimeters. So I am a 275 Mondo, meaning my foot length is 275 millimeters. And so if we look at the left-hand side, for the size 8'9" US, the range for Mondo is 264 to 270. And then for 10 to 10.5, the Mondo jumps up to 277 to 284. So we can see I'm at 275, so I kind of fall right in the middle, on the upper end of the middle sort of gray area here. And so I didn't want to basically buy these skates and have them not fit. So I was kind of feverishly reaching out to different team members. I talked with BFree, Montre, different members at IQON. And so what I settled on, which I think is kind of what BFree does, but with a smaller size boot, is a larger boot with a smaller boot with a larger liner. And so what I did, I went with the 8'9" boot and the 10 to 10.5 liner. So that's what I got. We'll see how that works. I understand the liner is heat moldable, so one way or another, we'll make it work. So if we just look at the kind of narrative over here, we'll read this really quickly. So the little brother of the AG10, the all-new IQON AG20, is an incredible aggressive skate engineered with high-performance glass fiber reinforced plastic. This superb skate delivers the perfect balance of support and flexibility. Just like its older brother, the AG20 features the new Prime liner by MyFit. The liner incorporates the latest technologies and materials along with a redesigned tongue made by PU that adjusts perfectly to skaters' forward flex, ensuring an amazing fit and unmatched performance. Unmatched comfort, complete with a fast and durable sole plate. From what I understand, I've never skated the sole plate before, but I guess it has sort of like a cult-like following. So I should be clear, I've never skated, USD 7s, I've never skated carbons, Gods, any of them, and I've never skated the sole plate. And so we'll just look at some of the specs really quickly down here. So the weight of the skate for a size 41 is 1,350 grams, 1,350 grams. We already talked a little bit about kind of some of the materials here. Of course, they're UFS mounting systems, so you can use any UFS frames on these boots. Let's see, for the material, upper ballistic nylon TPU with microfiber lining for the liner. Cuff material, injected composite, reinforced with glass fiber. It does have a 45-degree strap, Velcro strap, replace an adjustable fast lacing with metal hooks. The liner, like we said, IQON MyFit Prime for the inner sole or the footbed. They have the MyFit EVA, and they do have a replaceable MyFit PU shock absorber, and for ventilation, perforated MyFit liner. And so before we open these up, someone mentioned in the comments a couple of videos ago that it was kind of prudent to mention this, and so I'll mention it here. IQON was generous enough to basically sell me these boots for about 50% off, not about 50%. They sold them to me for 50% off. I think that is kind of important to disclose because it's different when it's your money, right? So I just wanted to throw that out there. I did pay half. Basically, these were like $300 out of my pocket, shipped to the door. So, all right, I think that's enough talking. Except, if you do like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you do end up liking the content here. And with that, let's go ahead and break these things open. Oh yeah, I remember watching Jan's video and he went through this, which is a really high quality booklet here. Oh boy, yeah boy. Thank you. All right, what do we got here? Looks like some information on there, like Decode frames and some of their other frames and products here. I suspect we have some skate tools. Oh boy, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Oh, there's all kinds of hardware. I probably shouldn't have just dumped this out. Okay, it looks like, oops. Looks like these kind of boot sliders, boot protectors with their requisite mounting hardware if you so choose, which we can take a look at. It's kind of like those Urban sort of boot protector, boot sliders. So I'll set this off to the side. I don't plan on using these, but you know, you might with yours. Whole bunch of stickers. These are dope. Well, all my water bottles and computers and gadgets are gonna be covered with IQON stuff now, I guess. Centered skate tool, which is nice, I needed that. All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. Whoops, they come with these really nice, well, these are just some good looking skates. I keep seeing them all over the place and they're just pretty, dude. Come on, and they feel nice and light. This kind of like reinforced material here. You can tell they went for like durability, the durability factor on these, like they weren't messing around with the materials here. I think I was watching Montre's video on his AG, I think AG 10s or 20s, and he had been skating them for a while, and I think he was saying that they were holding up really well, so. All right, so they come with a nice little piece of tape just to protect the pretty buckle here. And I love the gold, kind of gold anodized hardware. It looks really nice. Kind of just the gold little accents. Really nice. Oh, and so from what I understand, they have this removable kind of V-cut insert, which looks like you use this Phillips head to remove that to give yourself a little bit more or less flex, depending on what you're wanting. I'll tell you what, they look small. Like in my hands, they look small, so I'm a little bit nervous that they might be a little bit too small, but time will tell. We're gonna have to try these on. So I'll try these on before we get done with the video just to see what happens. We shall see. So we'll take a look at the MyFit Prime liner. So I've not seen this in person or anything, but the material feels nice and thin. It kind of reminds me of my, oh, and that's really like, the first word that came to mind was like luxurious. It's really, really soft. Wow, it's like velvet in there. But it's nice and thin, which makes me happy because if these were kind of thicker, then I'd be a little bit more concerned that they wouldn't fit very well. Come with this nice big kind of like grab strap here. Kind of a secondary little grab strap on the boot. I'm not sure if that's on the boot or the liner. Whatever. We'll pull the liner out and take a look here in a second. And then this tongue. And we'll pull the liner out, like I said, But this tongue, when Sam got his Mesmers in, which I believe this is the same tongue, you just want to, this is like literally like a stress toy. You just want to like keep squishing it and squishing it because it's so like satisfying just to squish, honestly, and it has little ventilation holes in there as well. All right, so coming down, we already took a little bit of a look at the cuff. Again, all plastic, no carbon, from what I understand anyway. Nice buckle, your kind of standard closure system. And then you just pull back to open it up. Maybe, all right, cool. Like we mentioned, we already talked about IQON 45-degree Velcro strap, which comes with, or I'm sorry, it has this really subtle like IQON logo that I almost missed the first time I looked at this just a second ago. All right, so we'll push that off to the side for right meow. Take a look at some of the laces. Unwaxed laces. And this toe cap, really, really reinforced. You can have that like TPU material. So this alone, this material alone, you can tell is really, like durable. And then they have this, and then they have this, just to really give it a lot of protection. So I think these skates are honestly, from a durability standpoint, really gonna last you a long time. Again, some of that sort of like leatherish material here on the heel with nice little accents all over the skate. Really tastefully sort of like detailed little touches here. All right, and we'll take a look at the sole plate. I know a lot of people watching this are probably gonna be already very familiar with the sole plate, but nice big sole plate. It looks like it actually, that's interesting. So it's probably hard to see on the camera, but it looks to me like this actually curves inwards. So you see there's a slight angle to where it sort of almost like seems like it would hug the obstacle better. This is the negative side. And then I'm just gonna look. It looks like, yeah, they both sort of angle down, which again, I'm new to these sole plates, so this is new to me. It's probably not new to a lot of people watching this, but yeah, these are actually, from what I can tell, angled, and they're not exactly completely flat. So that's interesting, that's cool. Nice and big. We'll see how they slide. I'm sure they're great. I'm not sure if these were supposed to come with hardware here, so that's interesting. I guess these just weren't supposed to have hardware in them unless I'm just missing something. Come with a little cuff bolt here. I am gonna pull the sole plate off actually. So for the frame, or the sole plate, or frame mounting hardware here, they come with these sort of like little like padded bushings kind of thing. They're like foam. I guess these are used to like, I'm not sure. I've never seen these before. That's kind of interesting, huh? And then here's that. These are the same length. I believe this is a flat boot. I don't think that this is a raised heel boot. Take a look at the sole plate here. Boy, I'm getting a little bit nervous. I sure hope these things fit because everything feels small. Kind of a padded bottom here to the boot itself. So because these skates are basically completely new to me, haven't skated any boot anywhere similar to this before that I'm aware of, haven't skated this sole plate before, haven't skated this liner before, I wanted to try to keep at least some things constant. And so I have a lot of experience with Featherlight 3s. So that's what I went with here for the IQONs. I thought it would look nice, black on black. And shout out John Fromm. Went with John's Pro wheel here. So shout out John Fromm. 60 millimeter, I think they're 90s, 60 millimeter 90s. Yeah, with kind of a unique profile, sort of like that flat sort of profile. So excited to try these out for sure. So we're gonna slap these on here. And we'll go ahead and pull out the liner. It looks like, I don't know, this may be a little bit more of a ordeal than I was anticipating. So it looks like the liner is actually, yeah, it looks like the liner is actually laced in, maybe. Oh, no, never mind. I thought the tongue was part of the liner, but it's two different pieces. So that tricked me a little bit. Oh, and there's our shock absorber that we'll talk about here in a second. We'll take a look at the liner. All right, so there's your MyFit. So here is the MyFit Prime Liner. It has those kind of gel silicone grippers to keep them from moving around very much. Some extra additional ventilation holes here in the toe box as well. Again, this huge tongue, absolutely massive. So comfy feeling. With the flexible toe box, which I think I'm going to appreciate for sure. We'll take a look at the insole. Oh, this one's hefty. Wow, that's a nice thick footbed there. Really lots of shock absorption in the heel here. You can tell it's really thick. Really firm, super supportive too. This is not one of those just flexy, floppy ones. Lots of support. I mean, this is really reinforced in here. All right, like they mentioned, it has the shock absorber in there. MyFit shock absorber. That's a lot of shock absorption. I like it, I dig it. And that's it. The inside of the boot is super duper. It's like, even the bottom of the boot is like super, like soft. It's all this like really soft, velvety material that like microfiber type material. So really nice. You can tell, I mean, you can absolutely tell this is, there's a reason it's not the cheapest skate around for sure. Hope you enjoyed the unboxing of the brand new IQON AG20 plastic aggressive skate boot here. And actually, before I let you go, I'm gonna try these on and just give my initial impressions on fit really quickly. Okay, so right out of the gate, I can tell that these are going to be snug. I think I'm gonna have to do, we'll heat mold them, we'll see what that does. You know, I think if I do a couple things like that big fat footbed, if I take that out, that might give me a little bit more space, and then heat molding them, but I think they're gonna work. They're just gonna be definitely borderline too small, but we're gonna see if we can make these work. We're gonna toy with them, fiddle with them. So if you're like me and you're about a 275 Mondo, stay tuned to the channel, because this is gonna be close. We're gonna mess around with these, and actually right after I turn the camera off right now, we're gonna go to the skate park and test these out. So, so definitely stay tuned. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you did like it. And we'll see you on the next video where I'm actually skating these bad boys. We'll see you there. Which one of these videos looks more interesting to you? This one or this one? Click one to support the channel and to support rollerblading, and I'll see you there.